New York, 7:36 a.m., June 16th, 2025. A sleek black SUV shot out of the underground exit behind the Mark Hotel on Madison Avenue, running a red light without hesitation. In the back seat sat a black woman wearing a wide-brimmed hat and dark sunglasses, her face as expressionless as stone. That woman was Oprah Winfrey. Just hours earlier, federal arrest warrant SDNY FL2251 had been signed by U.S. District Judge Harrison Trent, connected to a leaked video from the trial currently shaking Hollywood to its core, the prosecution of Sean Diddy Combs. The 14-minute video, now verified by both the FBI and Department of Justice DOJ, as previously undisclosed physical evidence, didn't just show scenes from a freakoff party held at Diddy's Miami mansion in 2015. It also captured footage of a woman whose voice and physique closely matched Oprah Winfrey, seen coordinating guests and reviewing the list of women. When the story broke on the front pages of the New York Times and CNN at 6:42 a.m., news crews immediately swarmed outside the penthouse where Oprah had been staying quietly since arriving from Los Angeles the night before. Exactly 54 minutes later, she exited the hotel without a statement, without a lawyer, without an assistant. We have verified through voice recognition and temporal data extraction this video is real, unedited. FBI Special Agent Ann Zaleski, 7:10 a.m. No one, not even Oprah's harshest critics, could have imagined this moment. The woman once revered as America's moral compass, the so-called spiritual mother of the nation, was now facing a federal investigation for co-conspiracy in human trafficking and shielding sex crimes. To understand why Oprah Winfrey appears in a leaked 2015 video from Diddy's mansion, one must go back nearly 2 decades to an era when soft power culture ruled American television. In 2004, Sean P. Diddy Combs made his first appearance on The Oprah Winfrey Show. That episode, filmed in Chicago, drew over 18 million viewers as Diddy shared stories of a fatherless childhood and his rise from an unknown producer to a rap mogul. Oprah asked him in her signature gentle tone, "Do you think you're changing the way America views black men?" Diddy paused. "I don't want to change how they see us. I want to change how we're treated." It was a powerful emotional exchange. And according to media scholars, it marked the first tacit handshake between two of the most influential black forces in American entertainment. After that, Diddy became a regular guest at Oprah's Angel Network charity events. Oprah, long determined to prove she was more than a talk show host, began attending fashion galas, Grammy after-parties, and even made an appearance at Bad Boy Records' New York studio. In 2010, when the Oprah Winfrey Network OWN struggled with poor ratings, who stepped in with financial backing for a series of late-night talk shows aimed at rebranding the channel. According to a leaked email from Comcast's accounting division, the initial $7 million investment came from Daddy's House Social, a media affiliate of Diddy's empire. But it didn't stop at business. She wasn't just a producer, she was a gatekeeper. In a confidential FBI deposition on June 8th, anonymous witness number 7, believed to be a former senior assistant at OWN, testified that Oprah personally called 3 independent film executives in Atlanta, urging them to delay the release of a documentary exposing Diddy's sexual behavior. She didn't issue commands. She guided things in a way that made defiance unthinkable. One call from Oprah could make a project disappear. Witness statement, DOJ file, SDNY 008417. This claim was further supported by federal tax records showing that between 2012 and 2017, at least 4 organizations co-founded by Oprah and Diddy, including the Live Your Truth Foundation and the Next Generation Leaders Initiative, shared the same accountant, the same Beverly Hills mailing address, and moved over $18.4 million in funds marked for educational purposes. But what kind of education? In an audio recording submitted by witness number 11, a female voice believed to be Oprah's says, If Cassie refuses, send the Bahamas group. Tickets go out before noon, and that brings us to 2015, the year of the damning video. June 15th, 2025, 3:43 p.m. A video that had never been made public suddenly appeared on social media, posted by an anonymous account named Oz the Archivist 87 on the platform X, formerly Twitter. It went viral within minutes, not only because of its disturbing content, but because of the voice it contained, Oprah Winfrey's. Skepticism spread quickly. But within just 3 hours, independent forensic analysts at Verify Media, the same organization that had supported the Washington Post in authenticating footage during the Ukraine war, released their statement. The voice in the video shows a 97.1% biometric match to Oprah Winfrey's. There are no signs of deepfake manipulation or splicing. At 7:11 p.m., the FBI and DOJ held an emergency press briefing at the Manhattan Federal Building. Special Agent Ann Zaleski, who is leading the Diddy investigation, made the following announcement. We have confirmed the video's authenticity. It was retrieved as part of the data seized from a personal server in a private villa in Turks and Caicos. The file had been encrypted and hidden under the name Legacy Oprah Final.move, a file name that left America stunned. The content of the video: 14 minutes of truth. According to the official court summary, the video came from an internal security camera and recorded the night of December 18, 2015, at the Star Island Mansion in Miami. The setting, a private overnight party with around 25 attendees, mostly young women, a few men, and multiple bodyguards. Minute 3:45. A female voice says Oprah's arriving soon. Everything needs to be perfect. Who hasn't had their blood test move them to the other side? Minute 6:12. The camera shifts to the living room. A woman in a white blazer hair and a high bun, glasses perched on her nose, scans a printed list, Group A, prepped before 10. Diddy needs to be back on the rooftop by midnight. Bahamas team, follow me. And remember, this time no phone slipped through. Experts analyzed the voice and found it to be an almost exact match to Oprah's 2013 interview with Lance Armstrong. Minute 9:01. Diddy appears with 2 unidentified men. He asks, "Ready?" The woman responds, "Yes. I've made the selections. Move the others into pre-soak." Diddy follows up, saltwater bath. She chuckles softly. "Same as last year. Everything's the same. I'll be upstairs. Call me when it's done." This brief exchange was enough for federal prosecutors to conclude that the woman with the Oprah-like voice had been coordinating logistics for at least one gathering that met the criteria for organized sexual assault, constituting conspiracy under federal law. Once confirmed, the video triggered an immediate media explosion. CNN, MSNBC, Fox News, each reacted in their own tone, but all echoed the same headline: shock. At OWN, the network Oprah herself founded, all programming was abruptly suspended. Oprah's book club was pulled from streaming platforms. Major sponsors like Weight Watchers and Apple TV Plus released joint statements announcing they were halting partnerships until further clarification is available. At 8:45 p.m., Oprah's spokesperson released a brief denial. Ms. Oprah Winfrey denies all allegations. She was not present at Star Island on the night of December 18, 2015. Any audio or visual materials claiming to include her likeness or voice are fabricated. But federal investigators thought otherwise. Supplementary evidence, device, data, and personal emails. On the morning of June 16th, the DOJ released additional digital evidence recovered from Diddy's devices, including an email from the address owenfreysilentnetwork.net to Diddy's logistics manager reading, "Danielle needs 2 more under 25. Be strict. No phones. I'll arrive at 10:30. GPS data from an iPhone 6S registered under the name S.G. Winfrey. Oprah's legal name is Oprah Gail Winfrey, showing that the device had connected to Wi-Fi at Star Island on the exact date the video was filmed. Even as New York remained sunny that Sunday afternoon, the entire country slipped into a storm of uncertainty. Not because of the weather, because on millions of screens, one question pulsed through the nation's consciousness. What did Oprah know, and what did she do? Oprah Winfrey was never just a talk show host. To millions of Americans, especially black women, she was a symbol of triumph, a moral compass, a guiding light in a chaotic world. And that's what made the shock all the more profound. At 9:00 p.m. on June 15th, on MSNBC, Professor Melissa Harris Perry, who had appeared on air with Oprah numerous times, spoke through tears. I wrote books about Oprah. I taught courses about her as a cultural icon. And today, if what we're seeing is true, I feel betrayed to my core. On social media, hashtags like Savor Oprah New and No More Icons began trending worldwide. A 2010 clip resurfaced Oprah at a TED conference proclaiming truth may hurt. But without truth, you have no freedom. The quote quickly turned into a viral meme overlaid on a still from the leaked video. One caption read, "Truth hurts, sure. But now you're running from it." Not every outlet condemned her immediately. Networks like CBS Morning and The View took a more cautious stance. Gayle King, Oprah's closest friend for decades, appeared on CBS. This morning, on June 16th, visibly shaken, "I don't know what to say. I can't believe what I saw. Oprah is my friend. I need time to understand what's happening." But that hesitation didn't last. By midday, the Washington Post published a scathing investigative piece titled, "From Talk Show to Psychological Lab: How Oprah and Diddy Engineered a Dark Power Circle." The article detailed 7 instances of collaboration between the two, including group therapy retreats funded by Oprah's foundations, allegedly used to scout women for private events. Patrisse Cullors, co-founder of Black Lives Matter, posted on Instagram, "If what's in that video is real, Oprah cannot be an ally. She's part of the system of abuse we've been fighting to dismantle." Tarana Burke, founder of the Me Too movement, went further in an interview with Democracy. "Now, this is one of the hardest moments in my life as an activist. But we must be clear, if someone as powerful as Oprah contributed to systemic abuse, then the issue is no longer personal. It's structural." And suddenly, critics of Oprah's past decisions, once dismissed, were being revisited. In 2019, rapper 50 Cent had posted, "Why Oprah always go hard on black men but never say SHT about Weinstein or Diddy." He was ridiculed, then accused of deflection. Now his tweets were being reshared as prophetic. Within 24 hours of the FBI's voice match confirmation, at least 7 major corporate partners announced they were freezing or terminating collaborations. Apple TV Plus canceled the Oprah Conversations. Penguin Random House indefinitely delayed the release of What I Know for Sure, Volume 2. Weight Watchers removed Oprah from its honorary board. Harpo Studios suspended all projects involving celebrity profiles. And the video, it wasn't the only one. During a search of Diddy's second estate in Turks and Caicos, where he often took young artists for retreats, the FBI seized a NAS server containing over 2.7 terabytes of data, triple encrypted. According to early DOJ analysis, the data included a list of over 140 individuals who had attended private events, 82 videos, many with time-stamped metadata and dialogue that aligned with existing abuse claims. 17 emails referring to producer-side confirmations sent to or from ellenworksawashow.biz, Carter Foundation, aliveimpact.org, chrismanagement@glamrunway.com. Independent investigators linked these email addresses to Ellen DeGeneres, Jay-Z, Sean Carter, Kris Jenner, Jay-Z, Diddy's longtime confidant. For years, Jay-Z had been the bridge between Wall Street and hip-hop. But according to witness number 11, a backstage assistant during a 2014 yacht trip, Jay-Z was present during a conversation with Diddy and Oprah. Jay-Z was sitting beside Diddy and Oprah holding a list. He said, "If she won't do it, replace her with the new girl from Ghana. Has she been tested?" At the time, no one imagined that comment would become evidence. Now it's flagged in the FBI's expanded inquiry. Kris Jenner, the matriarch of the Kardashian media empire. An email dated October 22, 2016 from Kris Management read, "Bahamas trip was amazing. Court loved the new group. But make sure they don't take too many selfies with Sister O." Many analysts believe Sister O refers to Oprah and Court, likely to Kourtney Kardashian. Ellen DeGeneres, too approachable to suspect one of the flagged emails Ellen works, who show.biz included an attachment titled Guest Selection Form 2015 PDF sent to Diddy's logistics team. Subject line sifting for Bahamas again. Use your judgment. I trust them all. As of June 16th, Ellen had not made any public statement. However, media analysts confirmed that her legal team had been seen arriving in Manhattan that morning. On the same day, the FBI interviewed 3 new witnesses, all former staff members at Diddy's production company's OWN or ROC Nation. One witness number 19, testified that she had delivered an envelope of cash to a well-known television actress in May 2017. When asked why Diddy's assistant allegedly said, "She has a video to delete," Sister O gave the order. Another witness described seeing Oprah delete memory cards by hand in the presence of a Grammy-winning black female singer. While no footage of that moment exists, the timeline matched an infamous Malibu party attended by Beyoncé, Diddy, and Oprah. Speaking to the press on the afternoon of June 16th, lead prosecutor Alan Breslow was blunt. No one is exempt because of fame. If there is proof that a person, no matter how influential, knew of criminal activity and failed to report it, they are a co-conspirator. When asked whether forthcoming subpoenas would include Jay-Z, Kris Jenner, or Ellen, he replied, "Watch the public filings. It'll all become clear in the next week." On CNN, legal analyst Jeffrey Toobin offered a chilling summary. This is no longer just the Diddy case. It's a case about structural complicity, where silence is bought with fame, power, and virtue signaling. June 17th, 2025, 8:00 p.m. CNN aired a special primetime broadcast titled After Oprah America Without Icons. Hosted by Anderson Cooper, a journalist known for his emotional restraint, the show opened with a striking admission: "I grew up watching Oprah. She was a voice for the voiceless. But tonight I sit here wondering, were we hypnotized by a moral image that never really existed?" Hollywood had seen downfalls before: Harvey Weinstein, Kevin Spacey, Bill Cosby, but Oprah Winfrey was in a different category. She wasn't just another celebrity. She was the first black woman to build a billion-dollar media empire from scratch, and for 3 decades never once suspected of wrongdoing. She asked the questions. She was never the one being questioned. She built her brand around healing mentorship and moral leadership. And that's why her fall wasn't just a scandal, it was a cultural reckoning. We have long projected moral authority onto celebrities. They speak for us, they live better than us, they carry our hopes. And when they fall short, we feel personally betrayed. Maybe the problem isn't them. Maybe it's us. Excerpt from Roxane Gay's op-ed in the New York Times. A mature society doesn't need icons to carry its conscience. It needs laws, transparency, and critically thinking citizens. Roxane Gay. The fall of Oprah may very well mark the end of an era where morality is no longer a brand but a responsibility. No one, no matter how beloved, is immune from accountability. As of the evening of June 17th, the FBI had not yet issued an international arrest warrant, but the Department of Justice confirmed they were working with the State Department to track Oprah's passport movements. Insiders said that if Oprah failed to surrender within 7 days, an Interpol red notice could be issued, potentially making her the most powerful woman ever to face extradition in U.S. history. But even if she never appears in court, her career is effectively over. There will be no year-end list of Oprah's favorite things. No more book club, no more Ms. O. Only Oprah, a private American citizen under federal investigation. Diddy remains behind the defense table. But with every new witness, every new file, every newly authenticated video, he is no longer the end of the story. He's the gateway to a far more complex network of power. The public no longer asks, "What did Diddy do?" They now ask, "Who allowed him to do it for 2 decades?" In a short but searing editorial, The New Yorker wrote, "We don't need Oprah to confess. We don't need Diddy to break down. What we need is to stop worshiping icons and start interrogating the systems that produce them." The final moment in this story isn't Oprah in handcuffs. It's the moment America realizes it's time to grow up, to stop idolizing and start holding itself accountable for the blind faith it places in the faces it sees on screens.